welcome to a Let's Build series. Some of you requested or at least thought that would be a good idea for me to do a Let's Build series. So this is the first part of that Let's Build series, and what I'm doing basically it's a block of townhouses, more specifically Brooklyn townhouses or New York townhouses, kind of those old, not necessarily old or historical, I guess, kind of mixed between the two of them, brick houses that have several apartments on it. So I wanted to do this for a long time, and I knew that would be a massive build because it has several apartments on it, and either I would do a Let's Build with several episodes, or I would do just a really big speed build, or speed build with a really long duration. And I didn't want it that because I don't know, like a speed build of 2 hours or something, it's too much. So I thought that a Let's Build would be better, and it also would give the chance for you guys to let me know between episodes if there's an idea that you guys have that you think that would look good in here or something like that. It allows you for you guys to kind of get involved with the build, I guess. So yeah, I thought it would be a great idea and whatnot, and I really think this is gonna be a huge build because in the end there's around 14 apartments, or at least 12, because I may do two of them, two of the houses or two of the apartments. I will try and make them, how is it called? 2 floors apartments, I guess. So it's probably like 12 apartments, which is a lot. But yeah, and as you can see, this is kind of sped up a little bit. It's not live, and that's because I just knew it that if I was going to do this live, I would be super slow because there's a little bit of constrained floor elevation, and I knew that I couldn't focus enough and talk at the same time and be fast enough. I knew that would like basically suck. So yeah, this is speed up, but the next episode will be speed up as well because I won't hand the build in this episode. The second episode will still be building episode, I guess, and the third one will be when I start furnishing. So that one I'm gonna try to do live. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know if I can focus on the design and the colors and still talk at the same time, but I'm gonna try. If it sucks and if you guys don't like it, I just go back to this kind of style where I speed up a little bit, just a little bit, and still talk and do it by episodes. So yeah, that's basically it. Or at least what I have in mind. But yeah, as you can see right now, you probably can't tell what's going on or what it's going to look like unless you saw the screenshot, which you probably saw. But basically now I'm doing the entrances of the houses, and there's like 4 houses, and each house has 4 apartments. That's kind of the idea. And one of the houses is on the basement, because this kind of townhouses normally do have houses in the basements, which I think it's really cool. Some of you may think it sucks, but I do like the idea, so I did make houses in the basements, and then there's 3 houses, 1 in each floor, because the houses have 3 floors. So that's why there's around, not 14, 16, it's actually 16 houses, because there's apartments, because there's 4 apartments in each house, and there's 4 houses. So 4, and yeah, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 16. So there's 16 houses, and I'm thinking about doing like 2 of them with 2 floors each, so we'll probably be 14 houses in the end, which is a lot still. it's gonna be a lot to furnish, but houses will be small, so I guess I don't know. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, but yeah. And as you can see, I'm just doing all kinds of crazy stuff with the foundation. I had a lot of things figured out when I got inside of this lot and start building. I already knew what I had in mind and what kind of stuff I wanted to do, but I was still testing some stuff and seeing how it looks. And I did wanted to make the foundation higher, and by that I mean like the entrance or the front of the houses to have more stairs. It only has 4. I wanted to have like 5 or 6, but it didn't work as well with the walls and the foundation and the stairs. Some of them would bug, and I just didn't want it to compromise how the game works by just making one more step high the foundation. So I rather have the houses working perfectly and not having that extra step than having 5 or 6 steps in the height of that foundation and the things don't work. So yeah, and as you can see, I'm placing some windows right now. They are kind of modern windows, but this is not going to look modern in the end at all. It's going to look a little bit, I guess, historical, but not like over the top historical buildings. So just, I don't know, it's kind of a mix between old and industrial, I guess. But it's basically black windows and doors with brick. It's really the kind of stuff that you see in Brooklyn, in my opinion. I never went to Brooklyn. I'm just speaking about the photos that I saw and the movies that I saw and all that stuff. So yeah, if any of you are from New York or Brooklyn, feel free to say like if it's similar to anything there, because I never went there, so I don't know. I also added some roofs. They are from the store, and at the beginning I was thinking they are a little bit too fancy for me to use in this kind of homes, but I made them work, and they actually make the house work, and they give, like, I don't know, some kind of I don't know, personality to the homes. I really like those roofs. In the beginning I tried to use a normal roof, but roofs don't work really in The Sims 3 like they do in The Sims 4, and there's some things that really annoy me, like if I use roofs where I'm placing these ones, they actually go inside the wall with the windows a little bit, and it's just a little space, but it looks really bad. So I had to use these ones because I think it looks good in this kind of builds, and also they didn't had that little problem where they would go inside the wall where the window is, and I didn't wanted that, so in the end I didn't use that. Also, you may have noticed that I had black columns in the walls next to the door, and that's, I honestly don't know what is that supposed to be, but I kind of feel like it looks better with those columns. I don't know why. Maybe it's like where the water comes from, or I don't know, just to hide some kind of stuff. I don't know, but I think it looks nice and it helps the look of the house. And as you can see now, I'm adding fences to cover the part that goes to the basement, and I will also cover the terrain because the terrain is going down, and I will find a way of a way where we can really see the terrain. Also, I'm going to add a little small garden in the side of each doorway, and I don't know if that's like something that is normal or that people see a lot, but I just I had that little extra space in the foundation, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just added a little garden in the side of each door. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next. By the way, guys, this is speed up 5 times, I think, which is not a lot. you guys can still see everything and whatnot, and see what I did, especially with the constrained floor elevation. And if you guys don't understand, I basically made the flooring, not the flooring, the terrain go down a little bit, and then I added the foundation and made foundation and walls in the same height, and then I built on top of that. There's tutorials about that on YouTube if you want to know how to do kind of like this basements without using the basement tool that comes with the game. So if you want to do that, there's really good tutorials about that. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to do the wall paint right now. It's not really wall paint, but well, the bricks I guess. And I played a little bit with the colors of the bricks. I went with a more dark red color at first, and then I thought, this is too dark, it's not going to work, and then I went for something a little bit lighter. But yeah, it was a little bit hard, and I'm going to make those roofs a little bit darker in the end as well, because the roofs like that the roofs that are from the store, those ones I'm going to make a little bit darker, so they go a little bit better with the actual roofs that come with the game. And I don't know, I was just trying to make them look a little bit more similar. Not now, but in the end I will do that. But yeah, as you guys can see, I did added the brick, and I'm not sure if this is the color that it's going to be, like the final color. I can't really recall because I built this on the weekend, so I just don't remember. It wasn't that long ago, but I just don't remember. But yeah, and I should have recorded the commentary of this sooner, but I went on lazy mode on the weekend. Not actually lazy mode, I still did a lot of stuff, and I still pre-recorded videos and whatnot. I just was lazy about doing the commentary because I love being creative, and I love doing videos and posting videos and reading the commentaries and all of that. I really enjoy all of that stuff. I'm not a big fan of doing the commentaries, but I'll do them because I know it kind of sucks to be looking at a video that is 20 minutes long or 15 minutes long and not having sounds. And even when it's music, I don't know, I actually prefer like listening to someone talking, even if they are totally like rambling and not talking about what is happening in the video. I still prefer to hear someone like talking. So I always think, if I do, there's people out there that they prefer that too as well, because they don't want to be bored, I guess. So yeah, I try to do the commentaries, even though I don't feel comfortable about doing them at all. But yeah, as you can see, like I said, I was going to do a garden next to the doorways, and I did use the into the future kind of rugs that are meant to be grass, and I recolored them into a color of grass that would look a little bit more dry or a little bit more dead, not as vibrant, because in a town things are a little bit not as vibrant, I guess. A little bit more, I didn't want to say dead, but they kind of are a little bit more dead because there's a lot of more smoke and pollution because of the cars and all of that traffic. So yeah, I did make the color a little bit more dry, I guess. And yeah, and I also placed already a decor from Into the Future in the basement area near the fences that covers the terrain, because there were no foundation there, so you could see the terrain going down. I did cover that area with some Into the Future decorations that are meant to be on walls. You can see them behind the fences right now, going to the basement, and that kind of covers the terrain, and I did want it to cover the terrain. That and I also going to change the color of the stairs, so if you are worried about that, don't worry. I don't know if I did change the color of the stairs in this video or if it's going to be in episode 2, because I already did episode 2 because I was really enjoying building this, and I looked at the time and I thought, well, I have to stop the video here because otherwise it's going to be too long. So I stopped, and then I thought, oh, but I really wanted to keep building, so I kept building, and episode 2 is done. That's why I know it's going to be a speed build as well, or like a speed build in the sense that it's going to be speeded up and not live. And I did change the color of the stairs. Here it is. But yeah, as you can see, the front of the house is pretty much done. And by the way, guys, there's a little bit of store content in this. I know the fences and the not the stairs, but like the fence on the stairs is from the store. So yeah, but there's a lot of fences that you can put in that look like those or look similar to those, and you can just recolor them black and they will have the same effect, I guess. So yeah, and also the roof decorations are from the store, and that sucks a little bit, I know. And windows, one of these windows, the big ones or the larger ones, are the more the ones that have decorations on top and on bottom are from the store as well. I'm changing the color of them right now, so they go with the brick a little bit better. But yeah, they are from the store as well. The door and the other windows are not. The columns, I don't know, but yeah, I'm sorry if something is from the store, but I wanted to go all in. But yeah, here I'm placing the plants, and I should have placed the plants first and the rugs later, because with the rugs there I couldn't place the plants freely, and I didn't realize that was because of the rugs, the Into the Future rugs. So yeah, the garden, or at least this first garden, didn't look as I wanted to look, but I'm going to realize that is because of the rugs that I can't place the plants freely, and I'm going to delete some of the rugs and then place them after I place the plants. I think at some point I'm going to do that because I'm going to realize it. But yeah, guys, please let me know in the feedback what do you think, because I don't know if this is kind of similar to anything. Yeah, here I'm deleting the rugs because I did realize, oh, I can't place the plants freely if I have the rugs there, and that sucks. So I did change it, and I did place the plants before and the rugs later. But yeah, as you can see, I didn't put in a lot of flowers and didn't make anything too vibrant, because again, this is supposed to be in a city, and no, in the city it's not as easy to keep plants alive and keep them good as it is in a suburban area or in a country area. So yeah, I didn't want it to go overboard with the plants and have like really colorful plants and a lot of flowers. So there's just a little bit of flowers and a little bit of bushes, and I think it's like enough, I hope, at least. But yeah, as you can guys see, I hope you guys have understand the basement by now, like how it's supposed to be, and if this is I'm not sure if this is actually something that you normally see in New York or at least in Brooklyn. I don't know, but I have seen it at least with bars. I know there are bars that are in basements. I'm just not sure if there's houses, because I know there are houses, there are this kind of style of houses where you go to the basements in London. I'm not sure if that's something that is normal to see in New York, but I hope it is because I like the idea and I like that style. So yeah, and I did put in 2 trees in the front. I may have another one, I'm not sure yet. And by the way, the basement houses are not going to be that size as you're seeing it right now. Like right now I only built the front and the foundation is still there, so the house looks like it's 1 by 3 squares. It's not going to be that. I'm just working like little by little, and in the end, we will actually realize what are the sizes of the houses and the basements and all of that. And here I'm adding like kind of doing the floor plan, or at least where the houses are meant to be and where the stairs are meant to be. And I also going to add emergency stairs on the side of the first house, or on the side of one of the buildings. I'm going to add some emergency stairs, because I think you normally see that in New York as well, like the emergency stairs are on the side of the building, and you like on the street, actual street, on the side of the building, like on the outside. So yeah, here that's not as usual, at least for houses where you actually live in, or builds with apartments where you live in. There is not as usual to see like those kind of stairs, emergency stairs. But I knew that that was kind of a thing in New York, so I did add them in one of the one of the builds, or one of the houses, I guess. But yeah, and I could add in all of the buildings by making them in the back, but I wanted to add more windows and whatnot, so in the back I just added more windows and more like, I don't know, more stuff like I did in the front of the house. So yeah, there's no how are they called, emergency stairs. So yeah, and also I did wanted to make gardens for the basements, the houses in the basement, so the emergency stairs wouldn't really work, because you would go to the garden of the houses in the basement. So in the end, I didn't I actually made them on the side and not on the back, because it made more sense. But yeah, as you can see, I'm now enlarging the houses in the basements, and they are getting bigger and making more sense, I hope. But yeah, as you can see, they are getting a little bit bigger, and they are going to be even bigger, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and I'm going to do, like I was talking before, gardens for each of the basement houses, and they are going to be like at the same level as the basement is. So yes, they are going to be gardens in kind of the basement, but they have no roof, so the light goes in, and it's outside. It's actually outside, and the light goes in and whatnot. And I also had a few problems with the roof. I wasn't sure what to do, and I did play a little bit with it. Honestly, I think I will be losing a lot of time in this roof. And by the way, I only do the gardens for the basements in the second episode, I guess. So yeah, if you want to see that, you'll have to wait for the second episode. But yeah, like I said, I had a lot of problems with the roof, but in the end I managed to do it. But I did had a little bit of problems with it. But yeah, and by the way, guys, feel free to give me ideas for the apartments. Like, I wanted to do personalities for the apartments. Like, let's say that in apartment 1 lives a Sim that is like very workaholic, and it's young, and it doesn't have a big career yet, but it's very focused and very ambitious, and it's single and all of that. Maybe a female, I don't know. But I wanted to do personalities for each apartment. Like, one should be a family apartment, one could be for a bachelor, like a guy that lives alone, and I don't know, like maybe one could be for artistic Sims, and one could be for like two guys that are like buddies or best friends and have a punk bands, and they could live like in one of the basements, because they could make more noise if they live on the basement, instead of if they instead not instead, gosh, I'm really bad today. They could make more noise in the basement houses, and they couldn't do if they were in a normal apartment, because the basement kind of covers a little bit of more sound than a normal apartment would. So I could do like, I don't know, two bodies with a punk band, not bad, God, a punk punk band, like musical band, and they could live on the actual basement. So I think that could be fun, like little personalities for each apartment, because there are a lot of them, and if I don't come up with personalities for each apartment, then all the apartments are kind of going to look the same, and I really don't want that. Since this is a let's build, I just don't want to do kind of the copy paste kind of stuff where I just do all the furniture in the same way in all the apartments. I want to have like each apartment for a different sim or a different couple of sims. So yeah, guys, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please I don't know, give it a thumbs up if you like it. And yeah, have a wonderful day, and bye.